This vlog is going to be about the harassment and the torment and the assault that I've been dealing with for the past 4 to 5 years. I'm not even going to say my baby daddy, I'm going to say my sperm donor. He has not helped me do anything for my daughter, but has not helped me at all since we've been broken up. Like, I've been footing the bill, so I'm not even gonna call him a father or a baby daddy. He don't even deserve that. He's gonna be a sperm donor in this vlog, okay? So I've been dealing with this we broke up in December of 2019. So I've been dealing with this whole time. Like, I've had another baby. My son is 2 now. So it's just like, why am I still dealing with this? And we haven't been together in years. Like, why am I dealing with this? So I'm just going to start from the beginning. When we broke up, I was pregnant, but I knew that I did not want to have another kid with a person who was so like evil to me. Like, the way he would talk to me, the way he would treat me. If I wanted to go out, he wouldn't, trust me, like as if I was doing anything other than going to work and being a mom and being a girlfriend. So, well, being a fiance, because we were engaged. But I just decided like I didn't want it anymore. Like, once somebody starts acting a certain type of way and starts acting crazy, it's like I don't want it, because a crazy person will kill you. Like, a crazy person will take you out. So I was just like, I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. So I was pregnant and I decided to end the pregnancy, because if you already acting a way with one kid, I'm gonna have to deal with a pregnancy and we're not together, and I'm gonna have to end up taking care of another kid by myself. So that's two toddlers. Like, I'm not doing it. Or a toddler and a baby. I'm not doing it. So I just decided, like, don't do it. I was sad about it because it's like, that is a life, you know. But I said that just wasn't the right way for me to do that. Like, I could not go through with it the way that I was feeling. He just didn't care. Like, you could just see the life just was like going out of him. So at that point, it's time to leave. If you've been in any type of abusive relationship, even though it wasn't physical, the mental and the emotional was enough for me. Like, I could not take it. Like me, I'm a very emotional person, very, spiritual. Like, I feed on energy. So if I'm feeling like you always want to tear me down or always want to nitpick, we don't need to be together. We supposed to be partners. So after that, I was telling him, like, we should, let's be, we can, live together until you find you somewhere to go, but you need to mind your business. Don't go through my phone. You don't pay my phone bill. There's no reason for you to go through my phone. He couldn't, like, help it. He would just always be going through my phone, but yet he had a lot of females that he was messing with, like, without protection. So I was just like, you cannot dictate what I'm doing, and you're doing what you want to do, like, you're doing you. So after that, he ended up going through my phone, screenshotting some explicit messages and sending them to my parents. And I had ended up talking to a person that I had talked to previously before our relationship. So I ended up, going to see that person. Like, we were broken up. So it's like, you doing you, I get to do me. I mind my business, you mind your business. But he could not mind his business, even though he had a lot going on. Okay. So it was just a lot of, like, it was just a lot. So we gonna fast forward. Basically, he was just like, I don't want to, he didn't want to be there for my child if we weren't together. Like, he would say, let's take the kids here. And I'd be like, you could take them. He'd be like, oh, never mind. Like, why can't you just take your kids somewhere? So it was just a lot of, he wanted to do things as a family. We're not a family. I'm not gonna fake like we're a family to nobody. I'm not trying to impress nobody. I don't care about nobody's opinion. I'm doing what makes me happy, and that's it. So he couldn't stand it. Once we broke up, I started my skincare business, and he was really upset about that. Like, I've never been with a guy who didn't want to see me do, didn't want to see me do good without them. Like, if anything, you should want better for the person that you were with for 4 years. But it's just like he wanted me to be down in bed, like, so bad, or need him. Like, that's the narcissist of it, like the narcissism that people have to really watch out for. He wanted me to give him brownie points for doing things that he's supposed to do, paying bills, getting the kids. But then when it was time for me to do things for myself, as far as like go outside, he wouldn't want me to go outside. So it was just like a possessive thing. And I just said, I've never dealt with that, and I'm not gonna have my kids see me being like treated like this. Like, I have a daughter. She has to have the best example of what a man should be, how a man should be treating a woman. And I just said, like, it's hard. Not, it wasn't like hard to leave. It's just hard to, like, I was already a single mom of my son, and now I'm a single mom again to two kids. So it was just like a slap in the face, because you know how you tell a man what you've been through, and that's why they say don't tell a man what you've been through, because they know how far to push you. They know what you're gonna allow, what you're gonna deal with. But little did he know that I was gonna still leave. Like, I had my father in my life. I have my father in my life. I'm not going to settle for just anything. I'm not going to sit here and I'm telling you that you're talking to me crazy. I'm telling you that you're being mentally and emotionally abusive. And you're saying, no, I'm not. You just don't know how to receive it. No, I'm telling you how to talk to me. If you can't talk to me with respect, you don't need to talk to me at all. So we're going to fast forward a little more. Basically, he was, messing with somebody. He was messing with a lot of people. Girls was inboxing me like crazy, inboxing me. You keeping his daughter away from him, and da da da. But before that, I had moved back home to with my mom, because he had put the rent on his credit card. I told him not to. I said, do not put it on autopay. If you're gonna pay it cool. He put it on autopay and reported it as fraud. So at the time, my manager, was picking with me at work at the post office, and she was like cutting down my hours. So when I was applying for unemployment, she would tell them that I was still working a sufficient amount of hours, so I got denied for unemployment. It was just a lot going on at that time, and I would have thought he wouldn't have wanted his ex-fiance and the kids, since he claimed my son as his son. I would have thought that he would want us to, be able to stay where we were. Since he was an entrepreneur, you had the funds to be able to help. You just chose not to, because you wanted to see me down and out without you. Like, he wanted me to be down bad. He wanted the worst for me. Literally the worst. He wanted the worst things to happen to me. So one day he was just like, I'm a off myself. And he had some pills. And I was just like, come on, kids. Like, I don't deal with crazy. I don't do crazy. Okay? And then he had also like told me about some childhood trauma stuff, but his mom said he was lying about it. But if he was lying about it, why would a sane person, make up something like that? Why would a sane person make up a story about being abused as a kid? So it was just a lot of just enabling the toxic behavior all around him. Like, he would stir the pot as if he was I guess he grew up around too many females, because he acts, that's the way he acts, like a female. He stirs the pot, causes drama, talks about me to his mom and sisters, come back and tell me what they said, or we'll get into an argument. He'll be like, oh, my mama says XYZ, my sister says XYZ. Like, well, nobody says anything to me when they see me, when I'm picking up my daughter, I'm dropping my daughter off. So it was just a lot of me having to cut back on allowing my daughter around them, because My daughter is a miracle baby. She was born at 31 weeks. Wasn't supposed to make it. Literally a placental abruption. She was born. When she was born, she wasn't breathing. So when she came out, she was not breathing. They had to resuscitate her and bring her back. So my granny always told me like like she calls her Miss Angel, and she said protect Miss Angel because she's very. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. She said protect her, and I should have like I don't know what I could have done to like get away from the situation. I really wish I would have just like moved out of state or something like that. Like I really wish I would have just got away because everything that happened after that was just worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So before I had to move out of my apartment because I couldn't pay the rent because of him committing fraud on the rent with the credit card. Um, he had like came back over like well the day that I wanted him to leave, he had like raised his hand to like hit me, raise his fist. So I defended myself. I don't allow anybody to raise their hand at me, and yeah. So the police were called, and he basically told the police that I was holding him hostage. And I'm like, no, I want him to leave. So y'all can escort him out. He was like, just don't touch my stuff. Like, where'd her even go? So he had basically said like his mom was moving one day and put his stuff back in my car. And I'm like, why is your stuff in my car? Go drop your stuff off because you can't come here. You can't live here with me. You can't. So after that, basically it was just a lot of like back and forth of him popping up at my mom's house because he was just basically saying if you want to be single, you're gonna be a single mom. So he would pop up at my mom's house without calling. He would tell my sister like, oh, I'm in love with your sister. I'm crazy in love with her. And my sister would just be like, no, you're just crazy. Like it was just a lot of just toxicity just all the way around, and his mom and his sisters would be like, oh, you just want to keep her to yourself. I want her to be protected. Y'all never protected her. Everything was always they didn't like me, and they never told me that they didn't like me. They just played like they didn't like they just played like they liked me. But y'all would talk about me the minute I'm gone. I've never asked y'all for a dime. Never asked y'all to do anything for my daughter. A pamper, a wipe, a can of milk, water, food, clothes, shoes, nothing. Everything I provided. I was working. I provided that. But the moment I, choose myself, y'all hate me so bad. Oh, you just left him to be a HOE. What? Like y'all have to stop enabling that behavior. Something is really wrong. Like something is really wrong mentally. Mentally. And even my daddy would talk to him and be like, why are you disrespecting her? Oh, I'm not disrespecting her. She just taking it the wrong way. It's just it was never gonna be a like we can reconcile, we can come back to, we can kumbaya, never. So he would come over, or he would be like, oh, come downstairs and sit in the car, trying to like get me to y'all know what I'm talking about. And I would just be like, you can't touch me. You are around here with 3, 4, 5 different females. Females inboxing me talking about y'all got tapes together and all this like extra stuff. I'm not your girl. I don't know why are they coming at me? So it's basically like he was running his mouth to whoever was inboxing me. Running his mouth. So that just shows that who you sleeping with. Because ain't no female that you just talking to gonna come at me crazy. Why are they coming at me in any way? You should be like, they shouldn't even be contacting me. Why are they contacting me? So one day he asked me to get a rental. He gave me the money, but he was like, can you put the rent on your name? I'm like, okay, like that's cool, you giving me the money, it's not like I'm paying for it. And so one day I needed him to take me, I think, to go pick up my car. Somebody was calling. And I'm like, answer for your girlfriend. He told me I don't have a girlfriend. I said, you don't have to like spare my feelings, because like I literally do not care. Like if you got a girlfriend, okay, you got a girlfriend. I don't care. So it was a whole like a lot of him just like lying. And then somebody ended up saying like, oh, he has a baby on the way. And I'm like, well, if he has a baby on the way, why is he trying to persuade me to have another baby with him? Like, I'm not doing that. Like, you know, I love you and I want to get back with you. You're not getting back with me. Not at all. So, I guess the person, whoever, well, the girl now that we were talking about in this video that's still in my content, she was watching my stories. So I said, whoever messes with my baby daddy, block y'all stuff from my page. I don't mess with him. I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't care what y'all got going on. Get off my page. You don't have to watch my page. Literally. You don't have to watch my page. I did send out some friend requests because I was trying to figure out who it was, because it's like, okay, if one of y'all is the person that's messing with him, maybe y'all playing on this, like, you know, playing on my page. Like, I just don't have time for that. So she ended up inboxing me one day about, I had posted the MyFICO app. She was like, what app is this? I'm like, MyFICO. She was like, thank you. Now, when I posted the story, like the story saying like, if y'all mess with my baby daddy, y'all need to block yourself from my page, she was the first one to watch it. Next story, she was the first one to watch it. Next story, she was the first one to watch it. She then made a fake page and inboxed me and said, yeah, I know who you is. You the Mexican dressing something from Clemente. How you know me? I don't know. I don't care what you talking about. Like, why are you messaging me? Like, I already just said, if you mess with my baby daddy, get off my page. To this day, she still say that's not her off the fake page, but I know that's her. And she was just like, oh, why would she be telling the fake page all this stuff? Because I know it's you. You want to play crazy? Whoop-de-doo, I could play crazy too, okay? Even though you might be, you know, mentally diagnosed as something is wrong with you, I just like to play crazy to pretend, okay? That's something like for fun, because I be bored sometimes. But it was just a whole lot of like mentally draining things that went on, that's been going on these past 5 years. Even in 4 years ago, the girl came to my house and maced me and my daughter in my car. And to this day, she still says that she didn't mace my daughter, but there's ambulance reports. My daughter even says that she will not go to her daddy's house if the girl is there. So that just, what does that say? My daughter is 8 now. So what does that tell you? But everybody just says, oh, Brittany is lying. That didn't happen. Layla didn't get maced. Whoop-de-doo. If y'all want to believe that, that's what y'all gonna believe, but y'all will not be seeing Layla. No, under no circumstance. And it's like every time I allow him to talk to my daughter, the only thing he asks is, Layla, what you want me to buy you? And it's like, that's all you good for, buying somebody love. That's it. That's why your girlfriend is still there, because all you do is buy stuff. That's it. Because the real you behind the money, behind what you do, ain't nothing. There's nothing there. Not a soul. You don't have a soul. Okay? You don't have a soul. But both of y'all watch my page. Both of y'all watch my people's page. Both of y'all plot and harass, and I've been stalked, y'all. Like, people would literally ride up past my mom's house and make a U-turn. People would literally ride through the alley day and night, just the same cars. There's no way y'all telling me this is not y'all doing. Literally. And after the Mason thing, they had, her and the sister had came to the school and tried to jump me, but they didn't know that my little sister was there. So we ended up fighting in front of the school, the kids' school. And they were outside talking about, oh, you came to my house and you tried to something. Basically trying to, I guess, plot against me to do like plot against me somehow. I forgot what was said when we were fighting or after the fight. But then I'm like, oh, well, she makes my 5-year-old daughter. And she disappeared into the crowd and ran into school and told the principal something about that she got jumped outside. Baby, you didn't get jumped. My sister fought you by herself, and I punched you afterwards. So you can keep lying about that all you want. But then that next day, she went and filed a restraining order against me. It's like, because you knew what would happen if I ended up seeing you for real, for real. Without all the weapons, without the mace, you always pulling a weapon. Why? But you said you wanted to fight. If you gonna fight, let's fight. Without the weapons. I ain't had no weapon. Okay? Like, one thing about me, you can call me scary, you can say this and that. If I see you reaching for something, ain't no I'm finna sit there and fight you. No, because I don't know what you have. And my granny was just warning me about some dreams that she was having. And that's all that went through my mind, that these people really want me dead. Like, these people want me dead. Do y'all understand how that feels to you just they want me dead? I'm not afraid of nobody but God. But it's just the point of, will my kids see my demise? Will my kids see me get killed because of what? A dude lying about his whole life, just a lie. Y'all relationship is built on a lie. It's built on a lie. Because if a man is cheating on you at the beginning of the relationship, if he's messing with multiple females at the beginning of y'all relationship, you shouldn't even be believing nothing he say. But even if you wanted to believe it, you have a kid, so you know how baby daddies lie on their baby mamas all the time. I don't believe nothing a baby daddy tell me. I do not, especially if he keep bashing the baby mama, keep bashing, but you never have your kid. I never hear you say you got your kid. Ain't that strange? Ain't that strange? She only want me to see my daughter if it's in her living room. Like, do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? But every time he see me, he trying to take my clothes off. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it does not make sense. You have to make it make sense. And it's just like, don't touch me. Like, you supposedly got a girlfriend, baby on the way, whatever. Don't touch me. Even if you didn't, I don't want you touching me. Once I'm done with somebody, it's like I'm disgusted. Like, I don't want you touching me. I don't want you near me. I don't want you to say nothing to me at all. Like, nothing. Like, that just be it. I just be ready for a person to get away from me. Like, I be ready to, like, just be free. So after that, it was just a whole lot of just just a lot that went on. Her looking for my location, calling people, trying to pay people to find my location. And I just was like, I can't believe that this is my life, that you really taking it to this extreme. When you did this to me and my daughter, you came to my house and made me and my kid, but you doing the most as if I did something to you. I didn't come to your house. I didn't come to your house. I could have came to your house that day. I could have came to your house at any time, any given time, but I didn't, because you don't never go looking for trouble. And I don't know if you wasn't taught that. You never go looking for trouble. You let trouble find you and handle it then. You never go looking for trouble. I know that. But you got people in your ear, him in your ear, telling you, I know he gave you my address. Like, I know he gave the girl my address. He gave her my address. Nobody knew my address. His sisters didn't know. His mama didn't know. He gave that girl my address. Like, it don't make sense. And I'm just like, you know what? I can't do it. Like, you can't come around. Don't come around. So I just stopped letting him come around. After a certain point, he ended up getting into a situation where he can't walk now. So I don't know. To me, that's karma, and the hole that you tried to dig for me so deep, and the way you tried to get me harmed, that just came back on you. It came back on you, and he has not seen my daughter since because, first of all, you stayed with the person who maced her, like, and you allowed it. You didn't believe her, called her a liar. It was just a lot, y'all. Like, it's just hard because a real father would just believe his daughter off bat like a real mother would believe her child. Okay? But when you so wrapped up in, I guess, the toxicity of your relationship or the fact that y'all are both weird individuals together, I guess that's what it is, because he was saying, well, I know she did it, but, the only reason we smooth things over is because we live together, and you're a dummy. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. So I no longer let him even speak to my child. He goes on Facebook and looks for sympathy. He, tries to contact me on my TikTok pages and my Instagram, and I'm just like, leave me alone and leave her alone. When she turns 18, because even now, she never asks about him. Only person she asks about is my dad, okay? My dad has been more of a dad to her than her dad ever was. Ever. Ever. When you had the chance to be present, you weren't present. You didn't care. You wanted to run the streets, be with the girls. I don't play that inconsistent dad stuff. I don't play that. I don't do that. Either you all in or you out. And I'll make the choice for you because I can see what's consistent and what's not. If I gotta be with my kids, if I'm with my kids every day, you have to make time. Just like I gotta make. I'm making time. So it shouldn't be no, you can't do it, or you busy doing what? Laying up because you ain't doing nothing else. So after that, I basically was on, like, I couldn't say nothing about her. I couldn't, like, contact her for the restraining order and things like that. And the restraining order was just, it was crazy because I had tried to file one on her, but they was like, hers trumped mine. So they were going to see who had more evidence. Her evidence was that I posted a picture of her belly on my page. That I announced her pregnancy. How did I announce her pregnancy? Where would I get that picture from? Make it make sense. That I had called her. Like, okay, she was like, and then I had put up a video of her, a TikTok video, and she was like, the judge was just like, "What, did she take it down?" She was like, "Yeah, she took it down." Like, okay, so this is not really harassment. It's only harassment if you ask somebody to take something down that's pertaining to you and they don't do it. Or if they saying something about you and you tell them to stop and they don't stop, then that's harassment. So it was just like her reasons for filing a restraining order was just stupid, and I don't even know how she was granted a restraining order because nothing on there was even made sense. Basically, I guess just talking about the Mason day that I maced her. If I maced you, you wouldn't have been able to run back to your car that was parked down the block. But the lies and the lies and the lies, and I I'm gonna always stand behind my daughter, always, no matter what. So that's all anybody needs to know, that I'm gonna always protect my daughter, always, whatever I gotta do. Moving, pulling her out of school. I pulled her out of school. I pulled my son out of school, changed their school, moved around. I said I should not have to keep doing this because people are steady, like, consistently looking for me to end my life. And my dad be like, "You really think that's what it is?" That's what it is. That's what it is. Because even in the fake page, they was talking about, oh, well, yeah, y'all should get custody of Cam and Layla. Huh? Cam is no blood relative to y'all. What are you even talking about? So that's how I know it's like some bullshit. Y'all want to play crazy with my kids. Y'all know. It don't make sense. It does not make sense. It's like they want me to crash out. They want me to either be dead or in jail so that they can get my daughter. And it's like, it's not happening. There's nothing y'all can